I just think, like I said, parents need to be more aware of their kids than
100%.
like if that job is kicking your ass and killing you, you probably shouldn't be fucking working that job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there's one thing that my birth mom taught me was to forgive. But that being said, I forgive them, but that doesn't mean that I won't forget.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't hold a grudge on people, but I don't forget what happened. You
Right.
know what
So
I mean?
it's like, like I just if I did something fucked up to you, it's like you're like, I forgive you, but like I mean it could ruin our friendship and shit, but like let's say it doesn't, but like, hey Marcus, do you want to hang out one on one? No, I don't think so. Like I really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I could question you why, but like we all know what's gonna be. Well, it's because you did this to me is why I don't want to hang out with you one on one.
Right.
And just like I said, I mean, all this shit, me talking about Julie and Victor. I mean, you would think that I would be an asshole, like bitch of a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not, because think about this. You've been treated like shit and this and that. I want to be better than that.
Right. And I have a lot of like there for sure is a lot of honor in that. Like I really respect that. And there's so many kids now who have had just shitty home lives and they're still like such good people. And like that's just amazing to me how someone can pull themselves out of that and still like have the power to to actually like try and be a good human.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to still have that mental energy. You
Right.
know what I mean? Or like energy in your heart even. You know what I mean?
From like being broke like that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, there was one point in my life, like, I was so broke down and shit. Like, I I don't know if you have to take this out for what I'm about to say,
It's fine.
but there was a point in my life where Victor actually had like a real gun, like without a CO2 cartridge and stuff, and he didn't use it on me or anything like that. I found it in his room because I like to be Snoopy and I like to see what my parents do, and
Mm.
in that being Snoopy, I did find two full ass gallon bags of weed.
Damn.
But that wasn't my main concern. I wanted to find something to end my life.
Mm.
I literally sat in my room for 3 hours with that gun up to my, whatever you call this, up there,
Oh,
and
yeah, I know what you mean.
just 3 hours just listening to music. And, I had to barricade my door shut. Like, I had to put my whole ass bed, like, everything in my room to keep them from not coming in. And I'm
Mm.
not saying just in this scenario, like, I'm meaning in other days, like, where I didn't want to be fucking bothered. I had to barricade that fucking door shut.
Yeah. Like, so like you said it was like 3 hours you were sitting there. So like,
Mm-hmm.
what thoughts stopped you from doing it? Like, what was the conclusion?
Most of my thoughts are, like, I have friends out there that really care about me. Like, my best friend, like, I know for the simple fact if I did commit to it, like, he would be lost. Mostly, like, there's no family involved in this, because, like I
Right.
said, I really had no one down there as family.
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly friends and shit. But it was mostly my friend group that held me back from doing it, because, like I said, I mean, I know people say that they want to kill themselves, and for me, like, I say that every now and then still, but,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's like I don't, for the simple fact that I will lose the people that I love the most, and they will be losing someone that they love too.
Right.
And they'll be like, "Why did he do it?" And there were so many good things that there's help out there that he could have asked for, and people
Right.
would have gave it to him. For me, I just think it's like, I don't know. It's just you gotta in that state of mind, you just really can't let the dark side win over you, because you do you. Another thing too, what I think about when I'm in that state is, this is something you will. Excuse me. This is something that it's kind of humorous, but not really. This is something that you will do. That holy fuck. This is something that if you do, you won't be able to live to regret.
Right.
But other things like for instance, like let's say that I hit you, I'll be able to live to regret that.
Right.
But killing yourself, you won't be able to live to regret that.
Mm-hmm. And at that last moment where you press it, I feel like there's always gonna be that like, oh, I did it. Like I wish I didn't do it.
Right.
Like or like if you're jumping off a building, when you're in the air, I bet you probably would think, shit, I didn't want to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's always that last minute, like, damn it, I crossed the line. Now I can't turn back.
Like, I gone too far. Like, I know I said I was going to do this, but it was more of a scare factor for someone to actually listen to what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm in a better place now with friends that actually want to hear what I have to say. And I also lost a lot of friends. I used to smoke weed. I'm about a year and a half, about a year to 2 years sober from smoking weed. I used to do it so I don't have to listen to the bickering of my grandparents or Julie fucking listening to Julie fucking fight with Victor. But the fucked up part about it, who got me all started on this, was Julie. She handed me a dab pen, which I thought was a vape, and she said, don't hit it too long. And me being a kid, it's going to be rebellious, and, I hit it too long. And, I do regret it because, drugs are not something that kids should be doing.
Yeah.
Like, drugs kill people. And I haven't known... I'm not saying that smoking weed, you shouldn't do it. Like, you shouldn't do it regardless. Smoking weed hasn't killed anyone, but that doesn't change the fact that it can.
Mm-hmm. It definitely can affect your mind in negative ways because of the high THC. Mm-hmm. Because now it's like 80 to 100% THC in all the shops. Like that's just so fucking bad for you.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, and think about it. Like, I mean, as you're smoking weed, that's time you could be spending with someone you care about. But, like, depending on your tolerance, like, my tolerance I got used to was, like, 2 to 3 hours. And one of my main reasons why I quit is because my little brother, he was probably, like, 4 or 5. No, he was, like, 6. He was probably around 6, around that age. I was really high off my ass, and my little brother was just, like, in front of the TV crying, and, and I just, like, at that realization, it's like, I don't know how long he's been crying there, and everybody in the household is high. And I'm just like, this is a fucked up situation. Second of all, why am I smoking here when there are, like, children around? And third of all, I'm not going to do it again because I don't want my little brother just to be sitting there crying. And the reason why he was crying is because he had a shitty diaper. And, like, he had a severe rash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked.
And that is, like, my main reason why I will never smoke again. And if anyone puts me in that position, I'll put them in their fucking place. Like, I do not like being around that shit at all.
Me either. I actually haven't smoked in, like, 10 months, I think. Which, it feels so good to be off it. Because there was a few times where I took too much and my brain was just fucked. And, like, that's why I stopped. But yeah, I don't like being around it. Like, I'm used to it now, like with other friends that smoke and stuff, but it's kind of annoying. Like, do you have to?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like
it's not a necessity to live.
Yeah, they act like it is.
Right. So when I was in Blackfoot, I had a friend that I've actually lost a lot of friends from smoking because that's how I met most of my friends is through smoking. And, they tried peer pressuring me into doing it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to fucking smoke. And so, and it's sad to lose friends. I mean, like, they would choose a drug over you. And it's like, wow. And I thought you were my friend.
Exactly.
I ain't been this high Perkins in a long time. I ain't been this high Perkins in a long time. I took 2 30s and a half of a third one. I feel like I can see everything with my third eye. Feel like I'm floating, see the world from a bird's eye view. These drugs remind me of a girl I knew. A little sweet, a little sour, and it vibes with the mood. Ain't no competition, baby, but I'm high